to now introduce you to John Clerkin, who's been a spokesperson for our organisation for some time, and he's going to go to the top. Thanks.
At the moment, there's wars being fought in Ukraine, being fought in Gaza and in Sudan. That's one form of violence. But there's another form of violence, a violence that is present here in Glasgow and in Scotland. And it's slower, maybe, but it's just as deadly and destructive towards homeless people here in Glasgow and in Scotland. That violence is of indifference. That violence is inaction. That violence is negligence. And what that means is that it leads to barbarity and cruelty in the form of that we've got over 2,600 children living in temporary accommodation, and their mental health and their physical health has got worse because of that appalling situation. Secondly, homeless people have died in increasing numbers in Glasgow. 21 alone have died in temporary accommodation this year. Secondly, over 60 people have died in the horrible, squalid, hellhole hotels over the last 3 years. And that is a crime of negligence, the institutional violence of the institutions that have allowed this to happen. Secondly, what needs to be done to get away from this? What we are calling for in the Scottish Tenants Organisation is four simple things that have to be done. Number one, we are calling for an immediate £26 million to be invested in more and better quality temporary accommodation in Glasgow. That's what needs to happen. We met with the First Minister in July calling on this to happen, but he says he's under consideration. Well, we don't want under consideration. We want the money now to stop homeless people dying this winter. The second thing is we need millions more pounds to build thousands of social rented homes in Glasgow. Secondly, we need more empty homes brought back into circulation, retrofitted here in Glasgow. For example, the Wiper up at Maryhill. The 4 tower blocks don't need to be demolished. Those tower blocks can be retrofitted for asylum seekers and for Indigenous homeless people. Nobody needs supper this winter. Thirdly, what we need, in addition, is an indoor centre dedicated for Homeless Project Scotland to help feed people and to also give worthwhile activities for the homeless this winter and beyond. And lastly, what we need this winter as well is we need more resources for Police Scotland to tackle drug dealing in and around these hotels in the city centre, because it's rampant and it has to be stopped now. Thank you.
Thanks for that. And we can't really disagree with that either.